You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris. How you doing, Dan?
I'm doing really well.
Good morning, Dan.
Doing great. I just look all beat up. It's crazy. You know, you live your life like I do, and people are always like stunned for. I got pulled over recently doing a little exhibition driving. What I do, and Mr. Officer, grabs the ID registration, blah 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 blah. He looks at my ID, goes, "Seriously, you're only 35."
Either that or you're bad at math, officer.
Yeah. My name really is George Schwartz.
And I think you should put this on my record for sure.
It's all good, though. We live in a marvelous city. We get to be on the radio. We get to play. We get to have fun. And darn it, we're truly blessed individuals, are we not?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely think so.
How you doing, Heidi?
Fantastic.
We're running the program nowadays with Heidi's microphone turned on, which is a nice
Which is
thing.
always a
brand
nice
new
perk.
microphone.
She does. I like that.
It's a nice
That
perk.
looks good on you, Heidi.
Thank you.
That new mic. Heidi has not been banned from Facebook as of yet. So we've had people, the over-under, everybody's thought you were going to be off by now. So I think those people at Facebook they're not paying attention or something. Coming your way, we've got some really important things. And get an update from Ranger Dan on how his big festivities went yesterday from the Ranger Dan Labor Day camp. That's all on the way. Thanks for listening to Sunny 93.3.
Before you know it, Christmas will be here. Are you ready? If you plan to use a credit card while shopping, make sure you have the very best credit card for you. It's free to click around and see what we can do for you at bettercreditcards.net. We have options from many different banks and different credit card companies who put out their best offers to earn your business. See if we can help you get a better credit card at bettercreditcards.net. Bettercreditcards.net. That's bettercreditcards.net.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. Thank you for listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks. Run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals, too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning,
Ranger Dan.
Morning, little Rangers. Hey, John, little radio Rangers. If you're up and about, boy, oh boy, what a weekend.
Go.
Oh, man, better. I tell you what, it's what do we live in a great country or what?
Dude, amen, brother.
The word out, first annual, hugely successful Ranger Dan's Child Labor Day weekend camp is come and gone, and I'll just crunch some numbers for you because we are registered, of course, as a 501c3. Wink, wink. 200 plus little scamperoos.
That's
little
how many
radio
people
Rangers.
showed?
Wow, that was a
Converged on
great.
Leif Erikson Day camp. The parents just dropped him in the lot, booted him out, never even.
No clue we had that many irresponsible parents.
With something else. And I gotta thank our major corporate sponsor and donor, Invisible Fence. It's not just for dogs anymore. Well, told we were looking to produce 1,500 units of swag. We need a Ranger Dan hats, badges, and tasers to get out to all the truck stops in South Dakota and Wall Drug, et cetera, because that's where the money really is. Tourists from the East Coast lay down $20 bills all day long for that stuff.
I don't know why. I mean, yeah, that's what they do.
So we got together at Leif Erikson with my associates, Rico Raccoon and Punchy the Gun-Toting Possum, and all little youngsters. Pulled a couple of 16-hour shifts.
Nice.
A few movies. Everybody did what they needed to do, banking 12 cents an hour. So after expenses, had a payroll of about $1,800.
Wow.
Supplies, food, Monster Energy drinks, another $200. I got about a 50% margin on the swag, so Ranger Dan Enterprise banked about 150 large on it.
That's awesome.
I do need to say this on somewhat of a sad note. Speedy recovery out to little Liam Sorensen.
Oh, no. What happened?
Well, we got the s'mores working, and of course it decided to do make your own fireworks as a cost-saving measure. You got the bonfire, you got the s'mores. And well, but think of it this way, Mr. and Mrs. Sorensen, here's the deal. Little Liam, unless he was planning on being a concert pianist or a sign language expert, those 7 remaining digits ought to serve him just fine. And again, that's why God created ironclad accident waivers. Again, huge thanks to everybody taking part in that. We're looking forward to bigger and better next year. And hey, little Radio Rangers, if you didn't attend this year, by golly, we look forward to seeing you again next year. So there you go. Stay in school, go to church, say your prayers, eat your vegetables. Don't be playing soccer, and goodness gracious, don't let me catch you wearing Crocs. Ranger Dan it? Yes, sir.
Again, Ranger Dan's Critter Corner on Sunny 93.3.
If you have a drug problem, don't let it ruin your life. You can be in treatment as soon as tomorrow, and you can start to get clean in as little as 7 days. Take the first step to get drugs out of your life at timeforrehab.com. Your insurance may cover everything, so you really have nothing to lose. Timeforrehab.com. Start your new life. You deserve it. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. Thank you for listening to Sunny 93.3. Time now for Water Cooler Talk. Brought to you by Aqua One. Mr. Dan Farris, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty well. I love this story. This is so great for the state of South Dakota. Yeah. Normally, I kind of delve into the seedy underbelly of our
yes, typically,
because I am a non-award-winning investigative.
We're working on
journalist, reporter, whatever. But and I know, John, you're a huge sports fan,
big time, and not really at all.
ESPN,
I think that's a sports channel.
It's a sports channel.
Yeah.
Has just named NFL kicker, South Dakota native, you know him, you love him, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Adam Vinatieri as the greatest of all time of NFL kickers.
Yay!
Of all time.
He's
native of
one.
Yankton, then moved to Rapid City with the folks, went to Rapid City Central.
Nice.
South Dakota State University. He's been in 5 Super Bowls, 4 with the Patriots,
Holy cow.
1 with the Colts. This just gets better. He just recently signed another 1-year contract with the Colts. Adam's 47 years old.
He's 47 and he's still kicking?
He's 47, still booting like a mule. Unbelievable. And let's bring it right back home to Sioux Falls here.
Okay.
His sister happens to be Christine Erickson, who is on the Sioux Falls City Council.
Really?
Okay.
You know her. You love her. Yep. She's the blonde lady.
That's
I'll
awesome.
just say this because I don't use my real name on the radio. She's kind of hot.
And I think we're going to leave it right there.
No, Adam's a great guy. What a spectacular career.
That's fantastic.
And he is now, for the record, think of all the NFL football games that have been played. The NFL has been going. This is their 100th anniversary, by the way.
That's
crazy.
The 2019
That's a lot
season.
of kickers.
Some experts think they've played dozens of games.
But
Dan.
how many great running backs there have been? How many great receivers
Right.
there have been?
A lot
How
of
many touchdowns have been made? How many exploit conversions? Adam Vinatieri now holds the record for the most points ever scored by an NFL player.
That's amazing.
pretty
And he's
amazing.
a kicker.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
He's a
That's
kicker.
pretty amazing.
So there you go. Way to go, Adam.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Way to go, South Dakota. Way to go, Christine. Call me.
Coming up here in a bit, we've got a special guest. I'm going to be chatting with somebody on the phone. I don't remember who exactly. It's
Doesn't
in my,
matter.
It's in my notes here. Trust me, it's awesome. And then we'll be back with some entertainment news if Dan can muster something up. It's all on the way on the John and Heidi Show bonus hour on Sunny 93.3.
The average household has thousands of dollars in credit card debt. If you find yourself in that position and you're making minimum payments, you could be in debt for a long time. Make sure you have the very best card with the very best rates at bettercreditcards.net. We work with different banks and different credit card companies who put out their best offers to earn your business. See if we can help you get a better credit card at bettercreditcards.net, bettercreditcards.net. That's bettercreditcards.net.
Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show. We've got Mark Singleton joining us right now from Southern Recipe Small Batch. We've talked to him in the past. Super cool guy. How you doing, Mark?
Hey, doing great, John.
We're excited.
Friday.
Very excited to talk to you about Blessings in a Backpack. This is a group that you guys are kind of working with a little bit. Tell me, first of all, how did you come about learning about these guys, and how did you start working with them?
Well, every year we look for, as the year goes around, different groups to work with in our communities that go out and help people. And the one we found for this summer was Blessings in a Backpack. And these guys are doing incredible work. And, summer's coming to a close right now, and we're looking at starting to send their kids back. We had a contest all summer that wraps up September 6th, and Blessings in a Backpack is just a super neat organization to work with.
And this is a nonprofit. I've got the website, blessingsinAbackpack.org, and I like the little slogan under the bottom. It says, "Who will feed the kids this weekend?" And this is very much about a program that's designed to help families that maybe are a little less privileged, but to make sure that there's something for them to eat. And I think this is just a great idea, and I appreciate you guys being a part of it.
Yeah, well, they believe no student should go hungry. No. And during the week, we've got programs in place, but how about that weekend for the kids that need those programs? We wanted to commit to not only giving them a great backpack full of food every weekend, but also making it fun too, with fun food that you can eat and enjoy.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of fun food, at Southern Recipe Small Batch, you guys have kind of some fun food. And I was talking to you about this ahead of time. I said my wife and I have been enjoying this more recently because this, everybody that's doing these keto plans, we're doing a program that's similar to that where we can't have a lot of things, but we can still have Southern Recipe Small Batch. And you said that diet and that kind of that little movement across the country has helped you guys quite a bit, hasn't it?
The whole category is up 25%. People, have forever really misunderstood pork rinds. We're high in protein. 60% of our fat is good fat. And with the Southern Recipe Small Batch, we took out all the eights, the things that you can't pronounce, don't know what they are. Yeah. We really went with the simple ingredient deck, and then really tried to turn up the flavor choices with things like kimchi barbecue and pineapple ancho. And so the combination of all that has led, golly, almost 40% more people are eating pork rinds today than they were even 5 years ago. So it's just been huge.
And I remember growing up, I remember seeing pork rinds. And, back when I was a kid, the pork rinds that I remember seeing were a lot different than what I was expecting, that when I first tried Southern Recipe Small Batch. But you guys had sent some to us like a year ago or maybe 2 years ago now. And I remember when we first got them, I was like, I don't know if I'm a pork rinds guy. And then we opened up a bag and we tried them. And I was like, these are actually really good. And then we opened up another flavor and tried those. And those were really good. And I was just really pleasantly surprised. The different flavors kind of, open it to a whole new world where it's a snack treat. And ahead of time, you and I were talking, I love what you said. I don't know if we're supposed to say this, but I said you're kind of the keto Dorito. You're a snack treat that people can have. And I think it's awesome that you've got all the different options. How many different flavors are there?
Oh, golly, we're up to about 10. We just launched Thai curry and Cuban mojo.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, they're really good. And, what we're trying to do is everybody's got cable television. Everybody is exposed to incredible food choices, and our category was just behind. And so it's been a lot of fun working with our customers. We've got a new a couple of cheese flavors that we're working on that we've got a group of customers that are helping us, refine the flavors and name them and things like that. It really it's a pork rind renaissance right now. It's pretty fun.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, and the big thing is, even with like this, 10 years ago, I'd asked to put pork rind bags in backpacks for kids, and they'd have gone, "They ain't doing that." But today, we're helping all these kids, and believe it or not, the contest we've been running is really cool. Every time anybody goes to our website and plays, we make the donations to Blessings in a Backpack, and they're entered to win a year's supply of pork rinds, 6 months of keto crate, and $1,500 cash.
That is awesome.
So, yeah.
I'm going to throw a link to that so folks can go on southernrecipesmallbatch.com, and I'll make sure to throw a link on our Facebook page here in a minute, too. I'll also throw a link to blessingsinAbackpack.org so you can learn more about that organization. Mark, thank you again for all that you guys are doing to help out, and thank you for taking time to chat with me again.
John, please, anytime. Looking forward to getting up your way a little later this year. Hunting season starts, and I've actually got my pheasant hat sitting right in front of me right now.
Well, when you make it to town, be sure to look us up. We'd love to chat. And if people would like to buy some Southern Recipe Small Batch, where all can they buy those? Do you have them in a lot of different places?
We're in retailers all over America, Kroger, Meijer. We're in all world markets, Racetrack, just thousands and thousands of stores. And people can go to our website and type in their zip code, and we'll find them the closest store to them. And always you can order off our website. We have very good pricing, and it's very efficient, actually. And it has become a bigger and bigger part of our business.
That is awesome. And that website, again, southernrecipesmallbatch.com. And I'm going to throw a link to that at facebook.com/sunnyradio.
If you can't have a drink without it leading to another drink and another drink, maybe it's time to get help. There are programs designed to help take alcohol out of your life for good at timeforrehab.com. Don't let a drinking problem spill over into other areas of your life. Get help to quit drinking and start living the life you truly deserve at timeforrehab.com. Your insurance may cover everything. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
They are fabulous. I know everybody is just heaving a big sigh of relief right now as Taylor Swift has finally dropped her new album.
Oh, did she drop that?
So we all know how to vote, and that takes a lot of pressure off.
That's huge.
Nobody ever talks really about Liv Tyler. Liv Tyler, she's a wonderful actress, beautifully. Steve Tyler's daughter, who was actually raised by Todd Rundgren.
Really?
Another rock star.
Nice.
Yeah, but that's really
she's
not
adorable,
what I'm getting.
By the way.
She's adorbs.
Yeah.
She's adorbs. She's been engaged for 5 or 6 years to some guy who I don't know, so I'm not even going to mention his name. And asked recently in an interview there's some marriage plans there, Liv. And, again, engaged, big diamond ring for over 5 years now. And she said, you know what? Honestly, I love being engaged, but I don't really have a desire to get married.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
So they have not set a date, is what she said.
Apparently not. She was married previously.
Was she?
In fact, has a couple children.
To who? Her husband?
I could probably find his name, but again, the guys in this story really don't matter much.
Okay. Well, you got Liv Tyler, and that's all you really need.
I know.
It's just interesting that
she's got a son named Sailor and a daughter named Lulu.
Oh, Sailor and Lulu?
Sailor and Lulu.
There you go.
Because that's the kind of thing celebrities do.
Yeah.
For instance, I'm just an average guy. If I'm going to have another kid again, and I really should because somebody's going to have to do the lawn work, I would name him or her Joe because it just works for me.
Joe?
Here's Joe. Easy to spell, and you never know
Farris.
if the kid's not going to be real sharp. So that's just some dang fine parenting right there.
Just 2 or 3 letters. That's all it's going to take. You'll be good to go.
Yeah, so I just thought it was pretty interesting. Liv Tyler, she's been around. One of my all-time favorite movies she co-stars in.
What's that?
Boy, man,
Armageddon?
if I could remember the name of that movie.
Armageddon?
It's a great movie. You'd love it.
Was it Armageddon?
Tom Hanks is in it. It's
He's been in everything, though. That doesn't really narrow it down.
The Wonders. It's the story of a one-hit rock and roll
Oneaters.
wonder band. The Oneaters, yes. And she's just absolutely fabulous in that.
Yeah, no, and I did not like that movie, actually.
You didn't?
No.
And she plays a pretty cool elf in that whole, what is it, that Dancing Dwarf trilogy thing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, there's swords and there's
Lord of the
ogres.
Rings?
Thank you, Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
That?
Yeah.
I have not seen any of those.
Yeah, she plays a Vulcan.
Does she really? Her and Spock? I'm not a dummy there, Dan. I at least know that.
How did I get thrown into doing the celebrity beat?
Because we're working on getting you an award at something, and
Wow.
this is the lowest hanging fruit. We figured we'd start here.
I hope this was all as riveting for you as it has been for me. Just remember, celebrities spend more on moisturizer than you do on your mortgage. So just get over yourself.
That is true.
Here's our quick wrap up, a synopsis of what we just learned. Liv Tyler did something. We're not sure what, but she did something.
And she was great in a movie that I may or may not have seen.
And that's all we need to know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris on Sunny 93.
Radio's hard.
On Sunny 93.3.